as we have gotten Saddleback College is taking on Pasadena City College today. For men first, the women are second. When you look at Pasadena, they are ranked in the top 10. You look at your Saddleback team, well, when you talk about your Saddleback team, the big thing about them is they were just a hair away last year from making the playoffs. Look at a team that was 9-5-5 overall. They had 5 OEC players on their team last year. Joel Smith, Ryan Mann, Dominic DeFrina, Alex Martinez, and Spencer Sims were all OEC last year. So BJ Nichols, the coach of the men and the women, has gotten these teams to do something this year. The women will be dynamic. The men will be excellent in a very tough and competitive OEC when they go this year. We've already seen Cypress play. I've already seen Fullerton play. Now I get to see Saddleback play. I tell you what I saw in the first 2 soccer matches that I got to watch this year, well, competition is going to be at the highest of levels. Saddleback in red and gold. Or is it maroon? Is it maroon? Red? What would we call the color? So the Bobcats stepping on the field. Pasadena Lancers in white with maroon lettering. Look at the starting lineups. DeFrina in gold. Aquino, Young, Reyes, Garcia, Gus Rottensender, Ryan Mann, Tyler Peterson, Alejandro Gonzalez. Sepp will be out there. Alex Martinez, Thomas Powers, and Griffin Pugh. Those are the players for your Bobcat team. The Bobcats moving left to right on your screen, and the Lancers from Pasadena right to left. Great 3-0 start for Pasadena. Last year they were 9-8-4, 2-5-2 in conference. As we get ready for this match here today on Sportsnet USA.net. Pasadena making a quick move down the middle. The defenders are all over. Shot on goal, and a nice shot right there by Ronaldo Garcia. And it was stopped by Dominic DeFrina, one of the OEC players last year for all OEC for this Saddleback team. Saddleback will take control. Stays with Saddleback. Coming in with the throw-in, trying to look for the middle of the field. Don't really get anything on it. Garcia picks it up, takes it back, and being tracked down by there is Gus Rottensender. Makes the turn. Saddleback looking to go deep, trying to get a breakaway. Couldn't necessarily find Garcia or Gonzalez out there. Pasadena takes it, comes off the foot, stays with the Lancers. So Jose Perez had to come playing good out there for your Pasadena team. Jordi Aviles comes up. He'll handle the throw in. Goes deep. Little scrum over there for Diego Lazo. Once again, another throw in for the Lancers, trying to get a break when you look at him coming down there. Lazo takes it back to the middle of the field, all the way over to Garcia. Garcia is going to go to the far right, trying to set things up. Nice defense played right there by Ryan Mann. He got his foot on the ball, and it goes out. 42-52. Yep, we just started this game between Pasadena and Saddleback College. Pasadena, well, if you look at the men and the women, the women's game, you look at two of the top teams in California right now. Saddleback will always be competitive on a men's game. Last year, should have, could have made the playoffs. Didn't quite happen. Try to go with a deep shot. They can't get it down the field. Picked up again. Pasadena drops it off to their defenders to reset. Take it deep to Lucio. Lucio takes it over the edge, trying to find somebody in the middle. Intercepted right there by Martinez. Martinez takes it back towards the middle of the field. Little tag, Aquino looking for somebody to go to. They drop it back to defense, trying to cut it across the middle. Ricochet off a midfielder, taken on the far side of the field, picked up there by Garcia. Garcia starts a rush, tried to go the far side, headed out by Pasadena, tripped and trapped and kicked and batted. Combat is fierce on this field today. A little warm out here in Saddleback as you watch this game. Artificial turf. This is the soccer field, the football field. Was the state championship track field last year here on sportsnetusa.net. A little bit of everything. Long throwing. Headed out there by Martinez. Long throwing again. This time, Saddleback comes away with it. Going to watch Martinez all over the field. Great run down the field right there by Gonzalez on the right side, trying to make an attacking move. Takes it back in the middle, off the side of the foot. Not close. But it looks like it will be a corner for Saddleback. So it'll be a corner kick from the far corner. Saddleback crowding the box. Hook in towards the goal. Just cleared out. Nobody could get a foot or a head on it. Beautiful corner kick. Missed opportunity for the Bobcats. Lancers take over. Quick little scat team for this Bobcat defense. Speed is the thing, as you see right there, as they pick up a small pass off the upper arm. Inadvertently, they'll call handballs in here every once in a while in the game. If it's a not intentional, they will not. Trap, kicked, bicycle kick by Pasadena. No one there. And kicked out of bounds. Should be, and it is, the Bobcats' ball. Espinoza in the goal for Pasadena. Perez up front, along with Garcia, Hernandez, Jose Perez, Diego Lazo. Diego Flores is up front for Pasadena. Josiah Lucio is with them too. Alex Petrosian and Jordi Aviles. Those are your players right now in the field for Pasadena. Big drive, try to feed it up the field, couldn't do it. Pasadena steps in there, makes a really nice defensive play by Aviles on that one. Garcia tries to get the play in the middle. He does. And you can see the Bobcats. Defenders are back. We get offsides against Pasadena. So you watch them. Right now, it looks like they're running a 4-4-2 for Saddleback. Now they'll change it again. But for a second there, that's what they looked like they had, was a 4-4-2. Contact going up high. So that'll be a foul against the Lancers. Give the Bobcats that opportunity for a free kick. So everybody will move down. They start quickly. Once the whistle's blown, you can go. Nice high shot deep into the goal. As Aquino puts a lot of foot on it for your Bobcats. And it was a nice play there by Espinoza to make sure that no goal was scored for Pasadena. Players down on the far side of the field at the 20, so the referees will run over there, make a check. Roughly 9 minutes have been played in this first half. No real threats when you think about it right now. A couple shots that you would say maybe on goal, but no threatening shots where you have to say, oh, incredible stop, an incredible play, an incredible save. Nice takeaway from the Lancers. Good footwork on their part. Petrosian gets it upfield. Break, here comes the defender. Back, not close to the goal. And again, when you watch your Bobcats play, their defenders get back extremely quick on there. So you look back there and you look at the defenders. You look at Pugh, Griffin Pugh. He's got a lot of speed on the near side of the field. Can get back and help out quickly. And then Nathan Aquino, listed as a defender. I look at him more as a midfielder when he plays. But that's part of when I say it's a 4-4-2. You put him in anywhere. Pasadena almost nonchalantly gives up the ball, recovers, tries to go back. And again, that's where somebody, when you talk about stepping up there, Aquino, the defender, comes up, takes it away, and then gets help right there by Alex Martinez. Goes back to Aquino here now. Who takes it up halfway, then sort of stops. He'll come back and help on the defensive end. Perez looking to find an opening. Drops it off quickly to Hernandez. Hernandez crosses the middle of the field. Easy save there by Dominic. The sophomore, excellent goalie for this Bobcat team. Looks good on the field. Very comfortable with what he does. And of course, the counterpart for Pasadena, Espinoza, comfortable in the goal for them. Pasadena takes it out wide to the right. And again, you'll watch Pasadena loves to go with the long pass and lets a forward come up and attack it. They don't necessarily put it on a player's foot. they're going to put it in front of the player who's behind a defender and hope they can outrun the defender. That's been their attack so far in this first half. Moved by Peterson down there. So Tyler Peterson tries to make a quick end up with a corner for your Bobcat team from Saddleback. Got two soccer balls down at the end here. Finally gets picked up. So on this warm day, wind blowing down the field, you sort of wonder. We're getting a nice cool breeze up here in the booth. So hopefully it's the same sort of breeze down on the field. High floater backside of the goal. Just a little too much leg on that corner kick. No opportunity for your Bobcats, so they go back on defense. 0-0 here in the first half. Pasadena against Saddleback College. Pasadena played well last year. One of the better years they've had this year, ranked. When you look at the men and the women, program is growing for Pasadena. Look at Saddleback. The women have been dynamic for the last few years here at Saddleback College. And the men are finally getting up to speed at the same level for the young ladies. A little one-on-one. Ball given back. Gonzalez drops it off. They try to go to the far side of the field. Trapped right there. Quick counter from Pasadena. Again, let the ball go. Hopefully you can outrun the defenders. And when I've talked about these defenders for the Bobcat, they have speed. So you look at what they can do. They can track down. Deep kick. In the box. Easy little pickup there by Espinoza. Espinoza quickly just throws it out to his left to start the offense. And again, this is what everybody's trying to do. They're going to lead somebody down, this time on the left-hand side, and the defenders are there. Finally get a little push with the arms and a grab at the end. So it's going to stay with your Bobcats on that one. So similar thinking when you watch what the players are trying to do. Throw it out deep, let somebody run underneath it, catch up with the ball, and maybe it's an outmanned attack. Once again, as soon as I say it, we go deep with a shot. Both go up for headers. It's another fight for there. And we're going to get an undercut. Boy, I tell you what, I would not have blown the whistle on that. Pasadena jumped in a direction where the Bobcat had nothing better to do than just stand where he was at. But yet it was called. Perez throws it in quickly, goes back to the Bobcats. 15 minutes have gone by. Back and forth in the middle of the field. Again, the deep, long shots to set up the pass along the way. And it hasn't happened. So we're going to get a substitution, a couple substitutions for your Bobcats. Kevin Sanchez coming into the game along with Sepp. So quick substitutions here in the first half. Starks is into shot just off the edge of the goal. First fluid attack by your Bobcats in this game today as the game is going methodically back and forth. So Jason Starks here to the near side of the field. Backing him up is Nathan Aquino. Now Saddleback using a triangle defensive attack where you trap the offensive player. Little push. Referee says stays with Pasadena. Nice defensive play right there as the ball comes down. Andy Garcia was in the right place at the right time. Again, long pass, defenders back. This time, Pasadena thought they had it. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if this defense for the Bobcats can play the way the back four have played in this game, it is going to be a very successful year for Saddleback College. Saddleback is just dominating the defensive side of the game, especially with the back four. Back four are just in all the right places at the right time. Pasadena hasn't found that long shot. They haven't found that opportunity to run. And there's no real counterattack by Pasadena. Go to the far side of the field. Set it up. They're going to come in from the left-hand side. Deep shot down the middle. Pasadena decides to run underneath it. And you've got to really look at the fact that that has not worked for either team yet today. Beautiful steal taken right there by Alexander. Alexander just stepped in. Pavlovich, and you've got to love what he did. He steps in, he steps back with his heel, controls the ball, then turns and makes an attack. So it's going to be an easy free kick. Mark off the yards. See if Jason Starks is going to take it. No, it doesn't look like Jason is. Ryan Mann is now going to take the left-footed kick. Mann punches it in the middle. One hop, bobbled right there. But Espinoza gathers it up quickly, holds on to it, and controls it. That little bobble, if somebody's around him, remember, that's fair game when a goalie bobbles the ball. So the Bobcats will start all over. A little more controlled with their attack. As you look at them, looking for the middle of the field, go to the far side of the field. So from right to left, Pasadena with a sweet little foot. Holds on to it, quickly throw it in. It was their ball. Try controlling it on the far side of the field. Perez was there. A little more physicality now with it. Can feel the frustration maybe by Pasadena because the defense has played so well for the Bobcats in this first half. Beautiful pass up the middle, a break to the far side of the field. Three up in front. Looked like for a second they had it. Taken away right there. Trying to make a play with Sanchez. He takes it back to the 20 on the far side. Drop it in the middle. Easy little catch right there by Espinoza, who says, I got no problem with this one. Throws it out to the far side. We're halfway through the first half, sitting at 0. Couple shots I'll give on goal calls to. Had an offsides against Pasadena. But no real threats in this game when you look at it. Goalkeepers have not had a problem at all handling this in this game so far. 2 moves. Pasadena comes away. They wait. So Pasadena waits, and then you see dropped it on sides. 2 defenders back and a save made once again because you have what they think is a true attack, but yet there's always 2 defenders back for the Bobcats to play solid defense. Bobcats counter. Go to the far side of the field. Drop it off to Starks. Starks looks to take it. 2 steps. Left-footed kick high atop the goal. Nice dance over there by Jason Starks. So Starks with a little 2-step and a left footer. Almost gets it there. We're at the 22-minute mark. We're halfway through this first half. Close, but no cigar for everybody. Well, it's community college soccer, so nobody can smoke anyway. What can we say? I don't smoke. Albert? Ed? Nope. It's a beautiful day down here at Saddleback. Players bringing exciting soccer as now the shadows are creeping onto the field. So if you come to where the out-of-bounds marks are, they're covered in shadows on the near side of the field. 0-0. Saddleback looking for that score. Little body. Nobody's going to stop a player straight up the middle. And you looked at the fact that, hey, if you're not going to take things away from a defender, they'll carry it all the way to the goal. That's what the Bobcats were trying to do. Pasadena realized, hey, you know, somebody step in front of him. Saved on the line. Defenders for the Bobcats way past the midfield line. So they get a good 10 yards inside the offensive territory. Once again, Jason Starks can handle the ball as it goes across the middle, headed out by Pasadena. And an up and out shot just because. 0-0. 25 minutes have been played. And there's no score on the board. Saddleback 0, Pasadena 0. Here on SportsNetUSA.net. Albert, Ed and the old guy, happy to bring you Saddleback Soccer once again on SportsNetUSA.net. Women's game after this one, and then tomorrow night, Albert Robles back with volleyball here on SportsNetUSA.net. So the officials are talking right now on the far side of the field. The linesman called over the referee. And we're going to get Pasadena substitution. So it looks like Angel Nolasco is over there on the far side of the field. So look, Ariel Hernandez goes out. I know Angel's still over there, so I thought Angel was the one that was coming in. Goes up and out. So it's Angel Ballesteros that has come into the game for Pasadena. So Ballesteros has come in. So that's the first substitution for Pasadena here in this half. Numbers on the Bobcat side. Going to the far side of the field. Picked up there by Starks. Making the turn. Trying to find somebody in the middle. Up and out. If it makes it to the edge and it doesn't look like it's going to, Starks just waited. Was hoping to get a corner. Gets a throw in down there. A little pop fly. Just hit right there. Everybody stared at it. 18 minutes to go in this first half. "27 minutes. No score yet. Watch for a deep throw in. Deep throw in. And one thing I've seen on the community college level, the linesman does not watch the throw-ins closely. If you were to see that last one there, you will see that throwing it in, a step on the field, that's an illegal throw-in. Illegal throw-ins are never called. I don't know if they're, Albert, I can't remember the last time I saw an illegal throw-in called. Again, trying to go for the deep kick and find somebody themselves. Counterattack by the Bobcats. Laid out there. Nice tap as a save. They looked like they had it here on the right side. And Pasadena, and they're going to say it came off the Bobcats, so it's going to be a goal kick. Interesting. I thought it actually came off of Jose Perez, but they're saying no, it didn't. So throw in for the Lancers. Quick throw in. So Lancers will reset everything. Taking the ball back to Alex Martinez. Martinez goes to the far side of the field. Andrew Young, who's very good with his feet, made some spectacular little just getting their feet in there, moving it around, stealing the ball from a Bobcat. He's done very good when he's had the opportunity. "30 minutes have gone by. 0-0. Saddleback 0. Pasadena 0. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net. It's shade time here at Saddleback College. Matt didn't have to turn on the fan up here for us. That's a good thing. The Bobcats control it again. Throw in by Garcia, the far side of the field. Trapped and taken there by Martinez. Martinez takes it back to the goalie. And DeFrena flips it out to his left, and it is smothered by Pasadena. It looked like a little biscuits and gravy the way it got smothered. Pasadena trying to find something. You look at them, they stay back defensively with a solid 4 also. Dropped off in the middle. Cleared out easily there by Aquino, the defenseman. Takes it up the field. Gets it over to Lutmeyer. Now a little noise down below. So the crowd wakes up finally. Nice turnout. I mean, if you look down, the women are down here. We've got a nice turnout right now for the parents and friends and families of all these soccer players. Keno comes down, pitches it over the middle. Trapped and cleared out. Pasadena's trying to get something. Player goes down. Inadvertent touch, and we're getting a booking on the play. And I think it must have been because of something that was said, actually, by Pasadena. Because I didn't see him yellow card the player that was involved in what went on. He yellow carded a Pasadena player walking by him. And it could be that Pasadena is frustrated because they don't feel like they're getting the physical calls right now here at Saddleback. Taking it back over to Perez. Perez goes to the far side of the field. Nolasco was offside, so be a goal kick. 11:47 left. In this half. Looks like Aiden DeRosa is getting warmed up on the sideline, getting ready to come in for your Bobcats. DeRosa took off his little yellow vest. So he's waiting to see if he gets in the last few minutes of this first half. Pasadena likes to be quick. They like to get out fast. And yet foot speed has not been a problem for your Bobcats here today. They've matched up well sometimes, as on this counter, as they wait. Ball's taken out, no call. Throw in, Bobcats. Substitution. So I was just speaking about him. And Aiden DeRosa comes in. So saw him take off his little protective vest, and he's out there. Ryan Mann with the throw-in for your Bobcats. Ryan deep into the box. Header straight up the middle. One more. Pasadena clears it out and quickly gets it up and out, and that's the way you play defense. If you're not sure where anybody's around, up and out will always be the call at any level of soccer when you play the game. Another substitution for Saddleback. So Dominic Ochoa now comes in the game. So Ochoa in there. So late substitutions for Saddleback. Trying to find a spark so that they can go in at half up by one. Ochoa takes it off the top of his head. Pasadena finishes the job and kicks it deeply out of bounds. And now it's a foot race. And again, the defenders for the Bobcats are the first on those deep kicks by Pasadena to get to the ball. Ball goes out. Nice kick and taken right there. And cleared by Pasadena as they, again. So as you watch on the far side of the field, Nolasco just sort of hangs out there, takes it across the middle. Defenders clear it. Got to come up quickly. Again, they go out to the corner. They try to get a crossing one, and there are your Bobcats in the middle of the field. Defenders know the situation and where to be, the zone to be in. This is what you've got to love about this Bobcat team. Fundamentally sound when you watch them play the game of soccer. Their defensemen pick a zone and they stay there. They don't get outnumbered, and they don't panic when it is a 1-on-2. Corner for Pasadena. Under 10 minutes to go in this first half. 0-0. Flop towards the middle. Big fight. Ball is free, and you're going to get a call because Pasadena undercuts your goalie. So as you saw Dufresne go up to get the ball, one of the players from Pasadena undercut him at the legs. That takes him down backwards. Therefore, the whistle is blown. You've got to give him an opportunity to go up. We'll see if Pasadena changes their tactics. To look at the defense that the Bobcats have played, I would probably try and do it a little differently. But we'll see if they think this is something they've done. They're 3-0 to start the season. Maybe this is what they've done all year. It works for them. And they wait for that defender or group of defenders to just be a little late on a run. As we get another substitution for Saddleback. So Andrew comes back in, went to the bench for a while. Now he's back out on the field. It's a warm day. So if you're a good coach, you're going to watch out for the stamina of your players and their health. Nice trap. The far side of the field. Kicked out. So we're almost at 5 minutes to go. And if you watch, the defenders come down well over the midfield line. There's always somebody marking somebody from Pasadena. So if you look at right now, you have one player from Pasadena that is going up to midfield. He's already marked by the defender from Saddleback. Deep throw in. Cleared by Pasadena. They're trying to get a turn. Get a little foot on it. You watch on the back side. Beautiful move right there. And that was Starks again making that great move. Kid's got, just look at that backward pass with his heel. Kid's got great feet. There's no doubt about it. You watch him. He's an acrobat right now out there on the field. Pasadena had one chance right there. They had a player on the back door that if anybody would have seen him, might have had an angle to go. Garcia goes out of the game. And Gomez comes in to replace him. So Garcia out, Gomez in for Pasadena. That's Fabian Gomez. Because there's Yair and Fabian. So it's Fabian Gomez in for Pasadena. .350 to go in this first half. A good, fun first half of soccer here on sportsnetusa.net. Back and forth. Nobody's dominated. It's been equal on the field. Solid defensive play by both teams. And as soon as I say that, Keno says, well, Mr. Pavlovich, let me make one more play. Try to. off the foot, not even close to the goal. Espinoza comes up, clears it out, hoping somebody can make a run in the last 3 minutes. This is where you stick with your fundamentals that you've had the entire game. A little physicality, so the ball will stay with Pasadena on the far side of the field. It was sort of funny. The lines person was late on the whistle, and you could see the ball completely over the line on this side of the field, and I kept thinking, where's the whistle? So we'll see if the Bobcats can get something going. As right now, it's a two-man attack. Hopefully they can get more involved. They're going to take it back, set it up gently, and then try to make it run again. Nice little move there and ball again. Jason Starks, kid with the dancing feet. Felt like he got tripped on that play. No call by the official. You look at Gomez trying to do his best out there for Pasadena. Getting help right there by Rolando Garcia. Nice fake. It looked like you wanted to go deep if you were Pasadena. It doesn't. And then they call the trip against the Bobcats. Late whistle. And they book Aquino. You know what? I think Nathan got the ball. But they're going to say no ball, all ankle. So he gets hit with a yellow here with 1:15 to go. So deep, backside, in the middle, get offsides against Pasadena. So a few more calls by the official. The referee doesn't want anybody to forget that he is out there. So take it that. A couple more runs up and down the field with a minute to go. Inadvertent pass. Bobcats get it back. Go to the far side of the field. Try to clear it out. Get it to 20. Take it. Easy save. We'll call that a shot on goal, but easy save there by Espinoza. Alex went down on one knee, handled it well. Far side of the field. Trying to find Jason Starks. Starks comes up with it. I love the way this kid plays. Goes down in the box. This should be a penalty shot. Thank you, Jason. I just told everybody I like the way you play, and look what you do for me. So we'll see who takes that penalty shot with 1 minute to go. And it looks like Andrew is going to step up. So we'll see what he can do. Espinoza in the goal for Pasadena. So Andrew Junn is going to take the shot. He started the season off with a couple shots on goal. 1 minute to go. Jason Starks gets taken down on a nifty little move. Andrew steps back and gets ready. Stutter step, it's there. Andrew takes a stutter step and then goes to the left and gets it in. Nice. Penalty shot by him, and your Bobcats are up by 1. So Andrew pulls it off. Give that a lot. You know, he doesn't get one officially, but I'm going to give a non-official, a non-sanctioned assist to Jason Starks because I love the way he plays the game. He's the one that caused that penalty shot to happen. I know that doesn't go in the statistics, but it goes into my mind, and everybody should watch out for that young man. And so that's going to take us to the end of the first half, where it is the Bobcats 1, the Lancers 0, here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Well, you like exciting soccer. That's what you just saw in those last few minutes. And it went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It didn't look like anybody was going to get in. And then because of the play by Jason making the move down in the box again, making that turn, getting tripped up, and then takes him down, and then Andrew comes through with the big penalty kick. Your Bobcats are up 1-0 over Pasadena City College here on Sportsnet, USA.net. We were talking about tomorrow night, a little volleyball here on Sportsnet, USA.net. And that's going to be Albert Robles calling volleyball. That's coming up. So when we look at what's happening here on SportsNetUSA.net, it's going to be Bobcat volleyball on the 4th. Then on the 7th, we've got 3 football games. Fullerton, Santa Ana, and ELAC. All names known here for SportsNetUSA.net. 3 football games this coming Saturday here on SportsNetUSA.net. Mark, let's take a look at the. Are we on here? These guys really plugged me in this time? Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the other football, and we're talking soccer here on.
That one again? You know, we need to get a different microphone. Or we need to get a different microphone operator. We'll get a different microphone operator. Always good to have a good laugh. So, in the OEC type of teams, you know, the conference hasn't really started yet. San Diego Canyon with an edging victory over Imperial Valley. That score 3-2, and that is a final. Some other scores in soccer. Another OEC team, Cypress College, the Chargers, and we had their game on last Friday. They win again, this time 2-0, shutting out Compton College, and that gives Cypress a 1-1 record. Compton is 2-1. El Camino beats Norco by a score of 3-1 with goals in both halves. And I believe that's the only one other score, but this is at the half. We have Palomar losing to Oxnard by a score of 4-1. And as you may remember, if you're a 3C2A soccer fan of the women, Oxnard was the state champion last year. And then Miracosta, we will see them in volleyball action tomorrow. They're going to be playing against the Saddleback Bobcats. In soccer, they edged Rio Hondo by a score of 2-1, and that's in the men's realm. And in the second half, Guamaca and Santa Ana College, they're all tied up at 2 apiece. And, of course, we gave you the score of what's going on in this game. Elsewhere, we've got Glendale and L.A. Harbor, and a few more Southern California scores for you if there are any more teams out there. Santa Barbara is playing Bakersfield. That game should have started maybe about an hour ago. And I think that's what it looks like for your soccer scoreboard. Here's another late one in. San Diego City College and College of the Desert ended up in a 4-4 tie. San Diego City had a 2-0 lead in the first half. And then in the second half, the Desert Roadrunners came on, 4 goals, and they tie that up in stave off defeat, I should say. So that's your soccer scoreboard for the men.
So, Ed, when we're talking about soccer in the general sense, we've already talked about the OEC. Cyprus, we saw them win. They won again. They're 2-0. Fullerton won. Saddleback is playing well. The OEC is going to be an incredible conference for men and women this year. If you love soccer, get a little OEC soccer. If you can't be there, make sure you watch it here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
Turn to some of the women's scores, and we were talking before the game about Cerritos College and whether what their teams will be doing this year, because normally speaking, Cerritos the Falcons are very good as well as men's and women in soccer. Today the women lost one to San Bernardino Valley. That score 3-2. And here's another OEC team finishing well. Irvine Valley 5-0 over Cuamaca today. That's women's soccer. Sierra shutting out Cabrillo by a score of 8-0. Not a lot of not a lot of defense there. Moore Park beats ELAC. This is in women's by a score of 2-0, and ELAC still searching for their first victory of the year at the first half. After one half, it's Glendale 3 and Oxnard 0. Fresno City and Folsom Lake, no score. OCC and LA Harbor, that game will start at 6 o'clock, about the time our game here will be starting for the women. Fullerton and Southwestern playing, that game also starting at 6 o'clock. And Mount San Jacinto and Palomar playing, and that game will be a 6:30 start. Los Angeles City College and San Diego Miramar play to a 0-0 tie. And here's a couple good things I like to see here, Mark. Mount Sac is playing Arizona Western in women's soccer. So we have the 3C2A against the NJC2A. And then we had a northern section team against a southern section team in soccer action also. Bakersfield against Lemoore College. Bakersfield winning that game. And there's the second game that ended up in a 0-0 tie. Though Bakersfield is pretty far up there, and, my opinion always has been they should be in the northern section. Come on.
Yeah, well,
it's way up there.
Ed, it's fun that you said that, because Taft is coming down from Northern California, and they're going to take on Fullerton. They're going to take on El Camino. They're going to take on, I think, Moore Park when they come down. So they're coming down like for a 4-game play.
You mean Taft, the city that is south and west of Bakersfield, and they're in the north, and Bakersfield's in the south?
Yeah, that's what they claim. That's what they claim. So
somebody must have had some real problem with geography there.
I tell you what, the thing that's real interesting is, and I didn't see it on the men's side. Was El Camino playing today?
Yes, they played. They played and won. We'll switch back to that
because El Camino nationally is the #1 ranked men's team.
That's right. I did see that
this year. That's because they won the state championship last year.
Yes, they beat Norco today by a score of 3-1.
Okay, so they will continue and that is combined. That is not just in the 3C2A. That is the National Soccer Coaches Association rankings, which is part of the NJCAA and the CCC, the 3C2A.
Yeah,
sort of teams.
And it's very good to see that, because you've talked to some of the coaches. They want to take this to a national level, and you can't take it to a national level if you close off your borders and say, "Oh, we're not going to play any of those teams in the NJC2A." I mean, the NJC2A is in a lot of states, and let's make community college sports national sports. So these athletes that are very talented, and a lot of times, I'd even go to say most of the time, they get overlooked as to how much talent they really have.
Oh, yeah. I don't disagree with you there, Ed. I mean, and I'm going to talk about the Saddleback team. You know that I've looked at the women's team more than once and said, oh, what amount of talent that they have here in Southern County, here at Saddleback College. They won the National State Championship a couple years ago, not last year, the year before. They were state champions and national champions. Some of us, myself included, thought they were going to repeat last year because of the talent they had on the team. Unfortunately, they lost in the regional playoffs. But again, I know everybody has said to me, hey, we lost a lot of players. We've got to look to see what we've got. We have no scores. I don't know. I think Saddleback, once again, somebody's going to look at me and go, what are you doing, Mark? Yeah, I'm going to go with who I think has got that much talent. I'm going to stick with Saddleback again. And it would be nice if everybody got to see Saddleback play 5 or 6 times, not just here, not just up in northern Orange County, but around the nation where the other big soccer programs are at.
Exactly. And as we were talking about before the game, yeah, you've lost a lot of players on the women's side, but this is a very attractive school to come to play soccer.
Oh, yeah.
For the women. So you're in one, and there's so many high schools in South County that are not only academically prestigious, but sports-wise. There's a ton of them that are sports-wise that are, just fabulous programs and have been fabulous programs for years. And, those young ladies who decide that maybe it's in their parents, because parents are always part of the equation and part of the decision-making, no matter what somebody wants to say. Maybe, as a family and individually, they decide, well, maybe I should wait a year before I go on to a 4-year university, or I'm just not really sure I want to do a 4-year university. I might want to go into some other field that's more of a certificate vocational type of area to work in for a career. And, this is a really nice place to come and play sports. I mean, we're sitting up here in the press box, Albert and myself and Mark and Matt, and we're looking out, and you can see, a stadium here that, there are D2 teams that wish they had a stadium this nice.
Well, Ed, let's talk about a sport that you and I really enjoy. We like calling it together, too, which is softball. And Saddleback, you, Albert, and I took a walk with Matt. Matt showed us the field with the turf and everything going in. They've already got cameras set up there. They're set to broadcast games. And we know through the years, Saddleback softball hasn't been as good as some of the other teams we've watched in the OEC. But now you've got a field that you can bring things. You've got a new coach that's coming to Saddleback. And now those southern teams, those teams like that, are saying, well, go to high school, go to, they used to go see Brad Pickler in Cypress. They might have gone and saw Speedy and Crystal in Fullerton, Cody over at Cerritos. Right about now, if I was a young softball player here in the southern section, I might just want to be one of those record book players. And I might just say, Saddleback's got the facility. They've got a new coach. They've got everything going for them. It's a heck of an academic school. Let's just go out and see what softball's going to be like this year. As you see, Christian Fisher is now the new coach here.
Yes, and she was the associate head coach at Santa Margarita and also coached at J. Sarah. Hey, do those two schools have good athletic programs? There's somebody in Costa Mesa would say, "You think?"
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's really going to be something, and they're planning to upgrade a lot of the other sports facilities here, along with some of the other academic buildings, and we can look out and we can see the baseball field, which you and Albert and Corey have called Saddleback baseball for the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Last year, what? they win the state championship.
Yeah, and well, we did the playoffs last year. Albert and Corey and Ryan were down here last year when you and I were over at Cypress doing playoff baseball.
So, and then, you look straight out and you see a golf course out there. I don't know. I see 4 traps in a row and then a couple more. I don't know if I could survive that one.
Well,
I have to bring 2 sand wedges along.
Just as long as I've got a cart that's got enough to get me around there, because I'm stopping at the second hole. And Ed, here's the thing too. When you talk about the stadium in Albert, I know you don't have a microphone on, but it's a hot day today. Soccer's getting played in late afternoon. You see the way this stadium is built, where we have the shadows going across the field. It's not the opposite. So this field is covered up right now. If you're a player, it still could be warm out there, but you're not playing in direct sunlight. The game of soccer, smart to design the field the way they did. As we get ready for the second half, your Bobcats, they're up on top. Last second, penalty shot made, and they've got a 1-0 lead over Pasadena here on SportsNetUSA.net. Albert, Ed, and myself, don't forget tomorrow night, volleyball, Albert Robles here on SportsNetUSA.net, calling a little Saddleback volleyball. Make sure you tune us up and see Albert with that game tomorrow night. So we get ready as now your Bobcats are going right to left on your soccer screen. Pasadena in the white with the maroon numerals. The Bobcats in would you say that's red? Bobcat red? Bobcat maroon?
I think it's more like maroon.
Okay.
But what do I know?
I know that's Bobcat gold on there. I want to know, does the Bobcat have a nickname? No?
Maybe it's Bobby.
Matt just told me no, he doesn't. Not yet. Okay.
Not an official one.
Not an official, yeah. I got a grin for that, too. Bobcats bringing the attack. Cross over. Not close to the goal, but nice save made there by Espinoza. Espinoza, goal against 1.18 so far in this year.
And one thing I would say, Mark, if you compare this game to the Cypress game we had, Pasadena doesn't have a lot of shots on goal, but at least they are using the full length of the field, where Citrus was kind of, let's play a half-court game.
Yeah.
And we'll be on defense the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you think about Cyprus winning, hey, shutout in the last game we did on sports@usa.net, followed out by shutout today.
Yeah. They win, Irvine Valley wins, San Diego Canyon wins. So, like you were saying, hang on, strap yourself in. There's going to be some great games.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
OEC.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a very tough conference to win. To quote Corey Nalen, the OEC, toughest conference in the United States. And that's why Ed Ford and I and Corey would say, boy, they need to play teams outside the state, because we all believe that. Great breakaway right now by Pasadena, trying to make the play. Gets knocked down in the box. They're looking for the official to call something. They're saying, hey, it happened to us. And he says, play on. Oh, and there's Pasadena people that are not happy right now. So we saw somebody get knocked down by the Bobcats. There was a penalty shot. Pasadena saying, come on, man, what do you need from me? As Ariel Hernandez gets knocked down from behind, wasn't flopping, was looking to make the play, does not get the call. And, of course, once again, one of those things, hey, all referees are human. Sometimes you'll see something one way and you'll see something else another. Head coach Frank Quintero for Pasadena probably wasn't happy. 7 years at Pasadena, coached with the women. This is his second year as the head coach for the men. Just a beautiful lead pass thrown down there, and from our side, when you're watching, it was in the right spot, and then you just can't complete it. But you've got to give it to Andrew Young, who already scored the only goal in this game. Andrew Young did it on the penalty kick. Andrew here in the corner, cuts again, puts it on the foot, and this is 2 in a row that Andrew has put it on an attacker's foot, and neither time did they finish the play. So far, you see what this young man's doing. Now you know why he took the penalty kick. Andrew playing the left forward for the Bobcats. So you see the way he plays, and you can just look at these last 2 passes that he has dropped down there. Once again, Bobcats now a little more aggressive, a little more, shall I say, strategic in their attack. Take away down there. Once again, 2 feet on it, across the middle. Ball is still free, trying to come back up. Ball gets kicked out, and you're looking. Espinoza was looking for it. Alex Espinoza, the goalie of Pasadena, for a second there said, I know it's there, I just can't see it. Pasadena now, we'll see. Lead pass on the left. Need a little help out there. Couldn't get it. Nice lead pass taken there by Gomez, but he had no help on either side to drop the ball off to. Taking it down on the right. Trying to steady it with his foot was Perez. And going up to make a wonderful save right there was DeFrena, who was an all-OEC player last year for this Bobcat team. So more methodical on the attacks by both these teams. Before it was sort of like kick it deep and I hope he can run underneath it. Now it's more of touch and go. And of course, the young man who scored the only goal and has put 2 incredible passes on his teammate's foot in this second half has been the leader, the spear point of all the attacks here for the Bobcats. In the corner, crossing, gone up, kicked out. Nice crossing pattern. Andy Garcia made a beautiful kick. Punch it back in the middle. And again, watch the Bobcats. Little grab on the shorts there. Nothing called by the referee, and now he calls it the other way in favor of Pasadena. Alejandro Gonzalez wasn't really happy with the call by the official just then. So again, if you're watching this game, which we know you are here on sportsnetusa.net, again, watch the defenders for the Bobcats. They get back quickly. They all get in perfect position. They all mark an offensive player coming down the field. And then they all have been told, this is your area. Zed Ford's trying to do a balancing act outside the window. And here comes the attack again. There's the pass that I talked about. Taken to the far side of the field. Nice pass there by Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes it to the right corner. Comes back in the middle. Off the foot of Pasadena. There was nobody there to clean it up for the Lancers of Pasadena. And now, if you can make that little lead pass, again, defender, foot on the ball. And so when you think about it, you look at the defender's back. You look at somebody like Andy Garcia, gets a foot on the ball. Ryan Mann gets a foot on the ball when he's back there defensively to help out. Griffin Pugh gets his foot on the ball defensively. You talk about the four back for the Bobcats. They know exactly where they're supposed to be and exactly what they're supposed to do. As soon as I say that, Ryan Mann comes over, cuts off a pass in the middle of the box. Andy Garcia heads it out to start a run. And then you watch Andy Garcia come all the way down on the attack. So Andy playing stellar defense, then comes back up on the attack. And there's an offsides as Andy kicks it with his left foot. A little disappointed the whistle was blown. So this is entertaining soccer, to say the least, when you watch both these teams down here. People in critical spots at critical times, coached well by two very good coaches here in the 3C2A. And that's why we're sitting here at 1-0 in this game. Good counter taken there. Perez takes it up the field, looks for Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find somebody from Pasadena. Hounded as he takes it up the right side, curls it towards the middle. Easy shot for DeFrina to pull it in on a nice pitch and catch. 12 minutes played in the second half. Once again, the attack by the Bobcats. Andrew was going to take it himself, the only one who scored today on the penalty kick. And I like what Andrew does. Andrew will size up the field and realize that he'll take it, and you'll see the marks on the field for football, the hash marks. Andrew likes to take it and find a hash mark, almost like he's making that three-point shot, and put it from a certain angle. Confidence, to say the least, as we get some substitutions now for your Bobcats coming onto the field. Thomas Powers walks on the field. Andrew Pavlovich comes back on the field. So Thomas Powers is now out there. So just like with the women's squad, Coach Nichols will get everybody involved in the game. And you really do like a coach that realizes his team is just not made up of 10 or 15 players. Remember the women's games after this here on sportsnetusa.net. Two of the top teams in California playing here. So Alex Petrosian. Petrosian now in the game for Pasadena. Alex just substituted in. Give and go. Nice play right there. Dropped off. Pavlovich. He takes across the middle. Little dance. Looking for somebody. There was no one home. Nice thought on the play by the Bobcats. Couldn't find anybody there. So both these teams just needed to get a little comfortable in that first half. And now you're seeing more in the middle. Turn, kick, just off the goal. 4 defenders back. Turn on the play. Just get it through the opening. And came close. As Ariel Hernandez thought for a second he had tied this game up. Hernandez just sort of threaded through the knot hole in the wall.
Just a reminder, Blaze the Bobcat coming through the stands right now. If you want to get a photo with Blaze,
Blaze! He does have a nickname. It's Blaze.
look for the big whiskers.
So I guess our nicknames go away now. We all had nicknames for him up here. We were going to submit him at the end of the game. And again, we're going to get a yellow card. This time against the Bobcat. Ryan Mann gets a yellow card. And they're going to say the foul took place right outside the box. So the official steps it off. That's where they can create the wall. Jose Perez. Is going to take a shot from the right. Tries to punch it up, seeing if somebody could get a hit on it. Can't do it for Pasadena. Beautiful defense by the Bobcats. Found a body breathing on him. They pushed backwards to at least if somebody did get a hit on it, it wasn't a forward header. It was going to be up and down or backwards on the play. Little entanglement halfway across the field. So Alejandro Gonzalez gets tangled up with a player from Pasadena, so they're going to start everything over one more time. Albert, Ed, and the old guy, happy to bring you this game here on SportsNetUSA.net. So Pasadena earns a corner as Andrew Perez. The defenseman comes all the way down. Kicks it off the leg of a Bobcat. Martin Sea taking the corner. Martin gets ready, kicks it, across the middle, out, cleared again by the Bobcats. And looking to make a running start. Everybody was up. Now it's a foot race. 3 defenders back. Far side of the field is opened up. Nice little stutter step. Stop and go by the Bobcats, taken back in the middle on really nice play by Alexander. Pavlovich just drops it, now takes it back to the middle. Looked like he had it going, and this guy can dance also. They've got some players on this Bobcat team. Foot race. And that's where man just outruns the offensive player, and the ball goes out. So man outruns him, and Ariel Hernandez couldn't get back to the ball for Pasadena. Looks at the linesman and says, he grabbed me once or twice. Like most good linesmen, they would say, and now if that linesman was Corey Nalen, he'd say, I don't care. So the Bobcats were going to take it from left to right and decided, well, wait a minute, you're kicking it to me? Whoops, it went through my legs. Okay. Looked like some of the community college baseball I saw last year here on sportsnetusa.net. Another substitution for your Bobcats. So Joel Smith comes in. And Alejandro Gonzalez comes out. Yubi comes in the game along with Luke Meyer. So they both come in the game. So those are substitutions for your Bobcats. So by the time you get done, the coaching staff for your Bobcat team is going to play maybe 22, 23 players, maybe more. So when somebody asks, why do you have a squad of 38 or more players? Well, you know, I easily use 25 per game. That's why. And depending on weather conditions, the actual endurance here on the backside, we have watched this almost at the end of the first half. Pasadena tried going backside. That time again, they have somebody that breaks out on that. And you've got to look at excellent defensive play by Dominic in goal. He saw it. He made sure he took on the defender. Now, if the offensive player from Pasadena could have flipped it to the right or left, then it would have been decision time for the goalie for the Bobcats. So they're going to call a shove in the back against your Bobcats. Ball goes back to Pasadena, 1-0. Penalty shot with 35 seconds in the first half is the difference in this game. Yeah, it was a justified penalty shot. Offside's called against Pasadena. Pasadena thought they should have gotten one here in the second half. The officials all disagreed.
Don't forget, folks, tacos and company down in the press box and some on the scoreboard side down in the corner. Go get yourself some dinner. Settle in.
Deep shot. Perfect pass. Now, let's see if somebody's there to help. Outside of the foot pass. Okay, you're running down the street. Somebody throws a ball in front of you. You got to kick it to your right. You can't stop and do it. You've got to be able to guide it off the outside of your foot over to somebody running next to you. Alexander said, Mark, you mean not everybody can do this? Well, all I can say is not anybody I know. What a beautiful pass and play on his part. Young man here for the Bobcats is just, again, the skill that this team has is incredible. And of course, drop it off on a beautiful drop. Far side, backdoor play. Let's see if you can rock it into there. Shot blocked. So the Bobcats run a backdoor breakout and almost get it in there against a great block by Espinoza, the goalie for Pasadena, who leaves this game at 1-0. Two different offensive styles by your Bobcats in this game. Both them and Pasadena were going with the long passes and asking a forward to run underneath it. Now, their attacks are well organized, defined, and been close on multiple occasions. Bench looking for a little body against Pasadena. They thought Nolasco went in with a little more physicality than he should. Good call by the official. There's an inadvertent handball. And you can hear the crowd yelling handball. Referees at this level don't call handballs unless they think it actually is a handball that has an outcome on the play. So in other words, I catch it in my arm and make sure that I guide it directly to Matt on my left right now. If I hit it on the arm and it bounces towards Ed, it's inadvertent. I didn't try to get it to Ed, and that's why it is not called. Walked down the field and I asked him one day, why don't you ever call handballs? And like they said to me, if we called all the handballs in a community college game, it would take 6 hours. Off the top of the goal on the throw-in from the sidelines. I mean, I've seen some goal throw-ins that have been pretty wild, but watch this. Off the top of the goal, the top bar. I don't think I've ever seen anybody throw it in from the sideline. Four back. Goalie comes out. Beautiful save. Made there by Espinoza. Once again, the Bobcats now can really feel that they have Pasadena where they want them. Down by one, Pasadena is looking to stay in this. 17 minutes to go in this second half. You look at Pasadena, started the season off 3-0. Ranked in the state rankings. Saddleback playing well this season. Just outside the rankings. Goalie goes down. Save made there. And once again, you can go after it. Goalie doesn't maintain control. It's a free ball. You ended up seeing DeFrina go down, slide, get the ball in front of it. Couldn't control it. But then it was kicked up and out by your Bobcats. Pasadena, with this much time to go, needs to just bring everybody down. You've watched your Bobcats bring their defenders down deeply beyond the midfield line. Pasadena hasn't done that yet. Of course, there's part of me as a fan thinking if they do, that's just what the Bobcats want. Clear it in the middle. Bicycle kick tried from the middle of the field. Not close. But again, Pasadena has to make this move. 15 minutes to go without stoppage time. The Bobcats up 1-0. Aiden DeRoser back in the game for the Bobcats. So DeRoser comes now in. And you watch the way the Bobcats have been aggressive. The defense people are coming up to midfield, 3 to 4 strong. When they get back, there's 5 people on defense quickly against Pasadena. Player goes down. Pasadena wants a yellow card. It was ball, then leg. And so that is why there is no card on this play. The ball was clearly struck. The follow through caught the shin. And so the referee is not booking anybody on this play. The field is engulfed in shadows with 14 minutes to go. Then the women will take the field, and it'll be Pasadena against your Saddleback team. 2 years ago, state and national champions. Last year, everybody thought they would defend that state and national title. Lost in the first round of the playoffs. We get a yellow card on the Pasadena bench. And I'm sure Pasadena feels like, well, we had a penalty shot awarded to the Bobcats. We had a player now that was taken off the field by an athletic trainer, and nobody got booked on that one. And it's like, yeah, I know players get hurt, but it can be through a clean play. And if you've played the game of soccer, you know sometimes you'll catch the ball, then you'll catch a leg right after that. If they do not believe you are just trying to take out somebody's legs or create injury, they're not going to card you. "13 minutes to go. 32 minutes played. Get substitutions again by Saddleback. Gus Rotzensender goes back in the game. Gus normally a midfielder, but again, you will see the versatility of this Bobcat team. You put defenders in, they make the attack, they go from one end of the field, middle fielders that come back on defense. And loose balls are out there. So you see 5 back for the Bobcats already on defense. Now they'll start the attack. Deep kick to no one. Trap off a toe. Take it up on the far side. Nice trap right there by Nathan Aquino. In the middle, no header. Close on that one. I thought Joel Smith was going to get it. Well, if his hair was cut like mine, well, wait a minute. I got that smooth top of the head for headers, you know. I don't get a deflection or anything. Albert just smiled at me and realized, you know what, Mark? You do have a smooth top of the head. There's nothing up there. Drought, baby. There was a drought in California. Tripped in the box. again, Pasadena right about now, guys, I think they're ready to get on the bus. They don't feel like they can get a call from anybody on this field. And this is where you just hope now that a referee doesn't say, okay, it's time to make it up and gives a call at the last second. Andy Garcia was going to bring it in, doesn't. Again, what a strong throw in. You look at the way that's thrown in by Ryan Mann. Drop it off, taken. Smith gets it. Smith takes it back to the middle of the field. Take that over to Martinez. Back to Mann. Taken down. Again, nothing called. And yeah, this is going against, just heard Ed on my right. Little Maybelline, little Revlon being passed out here by the referee. Bobcats, again on the attack, going to the far right, trying to find somebody in the middle. Double team through the doorknob. And nobody was there. Long flyer. So you get those little doorknobs, you got the keyhole right in the end, you sneak your way in there. As the Pasadena's women's team is going to the far side of the field, getting ready for their game right after this one here on SportsNetUSA.net. It's been an exciting men's game here on SportsNetUSA.net. Pasadena, a top quality team. The Bobcats, an incredible team. They've shown us that here. Jose Garcia now in the game. Jose goes up after the ball. Under 10 minutes to go in this game. 5 defenders back for the Bobcats. Punch to the far side. Headed out by Pasadena. Trying to get one more. Making a turn. They're looking for an attack someplace. They're down by 1. 8 minutes to go. Looking to tie this game up. Started off 3-0. Feeling good about the season. And the Bobcats making a play. Pasadena player goes down. Bobcats take it back. Another steal. They're giving up the ball, taking the ball back. Looking to go to the middle. They set up on the right-hand side. Kern back. Crossing. Header in the goal. Off the top bar. Oh, it was a millimeter away from being 2-0. Crossing pattern, header off the top of the bar. They could have sealed the deal right there. And you can hear the team because Andrew Young, the way and the passes he makes, here the coach is yelling, look for Andy, look for Andy. Up here on the right, coming out to get it, making sure just cleaning it up. Good goalkeeping right there by Dominic DeFrena. Coming out, not even giving Pasadena an opportunity. 5 minutes to go. Ball goes out, stays with the Bobcats. Well, Ed showed you that replay. That ball came over off the top of the goalpost, one that was almost thrown in from the sidelines. So Tyler Peterson now comes into the game for your Bobcats. It's knocked out. Pasadena feels like they're playing against more than regulation, as they don't feel they have gotten a call by the officials. Bench got yellow carded a little while ago. Great turnout here at Saddleback. The grandstands are scattered with people from all the way to the far left and to the far right. Deep throw in by Mann, trying to keep it in the box. Player knocked down, goes the other direction. We're under 5 minutes to go in this second half. 1-0. All on a penalty kick. The Bobcats have had multiple opportunities in this second half. Well conceived offensive attack by their coaching staff. And you watch their defense once again. There's a grab, twist of a shirt, grab a shoulder, grab him again, throw him on the ground. That's one way to stop him. And then slaps back and forth by players. So we should get 2 players or just 1 yellow carded. We're going to see. Everybody, you know everybody's in trouble. And they're going to call the yellow card. Again, they're calling it on Pasadena. That's on Israel Gonzalez they called it on. So Israel gets booked on that one. Was it the first grab or was it the second grab? Maybe it was the third push, but when he hit the ground. And then, a little, hey, thank you afterwards. Deep kick, way into the corner. Ryan Mann's got a strong leg, can throw in a sideline pass from maybe 45 yards. Saddleback's looking for a quarterback this year. They may want to talk to him. Of course, you don't throw a football with 2 hands, but hey, there's always something new. Who knows? Pasadena looking for an answer. And so right outside the box, player goes down. So I've got it marked at about what would normally be the 12-yard line on a football field. So they move Saddleback back, make a wall, trying to give the goalie a little look at it. Dominic's trying to line everybody up, making sure you mark somebody after the kick. Here's the kick. Dominic goes down and makes the save. Boy, that made it through the hole. And if he's not there, we're tied at 1 with 1:47 left in this second half. Solid defense, opportune offense, and then good goaltending. You get that, you should win a game. Offsides on Pasadena. Women after this game. Stick around here on sportsnetusa.net. See two of the top women's program in the state of California in the 3C2A. Pasadena looking for that long, deep run at the right time. Goalie comes out, knocks out. Goal is empty! Over the top. And that's the first mistake Defreno's made. He came out high. He's done it multiple times in this game. It has been a good play. He comes out, and if you can just drop it, if you can lollipop it towards the goal, this game is tied at 1. Pasadena had a golden opportunity and came up just a little long. Boy, that would have been heartbreak for the Bobcats. Women from Saddleback down with Blaze on the sideline. Far kick. We're under a minute. We're in stoppage time. We'll see how much time's left on the field. A little shove off with a hand. We've got a player down and another player hurt. So we're going to take a little time to see how the players are. And that's one thing about this game. These are student athletes. The last thing you want is a student athlete to get hurt. They come to school, they take classes, they help mom and dad at home. They look out for their brothers and sisters, take care of grandma and grandpa. Us old people need that. And then they come out and do all their studies, maintain their grades, and then play, in this case, football or soccer. So the player's coming out a little limp. The women's team for Saddleback down in front of us, they're warming up on the sidelines. Pasadena ladies have been over with the men's team for a while. And then the players that I'm playing against are just coming onto the field. They're my height. A lot faster than Corey and I, though. Headed out. Can't clear it. One last kick is what they're trying. Misstep. Ball gets taken out. It goes. And that was a misstep play as Nolasco, if he looks up, controls the ball, has a one-on-none on his side of the field. Bobcats need to play to the end. Can't make a mistake down here. Ball goes over the end line. It is a goal kick for the Bobcats. And right about now is where you look at your goalkeeper and say, you know what? Wave at your family. Say hi to your friends. Pasadena player goes out at the sideline. Gets off the field. Deep kick. Play with the ball. Don't lose it. Keep it in their offensive zone is what they want to do against Pasadena. Play keep away. Even if you don't score, play keep away right now. Work the clock, work the clock, work the clock. Don't give them anything free in your zone defensively. And that's what the Bobcats are doing. If you wanted to see textbook defense, you should have watched this game tonight by this Bobcat team. Every man is marked by Pasadena right now. Every space is filled by a Bobcat defender. Pasadena had maybe one or two good opportunities. Another Pasadena player goes down. And now we're going to get somebody else talked to. So you have one Pasadena player at the end of the field, still down, and another Pasadena player that got hurt in midfield, and we're still in stoppage time. It's been a good couple minutes right now. And I can't think of that many episodes where the clock would have stopped in the second half. So I'm a little surprised, Ed, that we're playing this much stoppage time. One last attempt by Pasadena. Go to the corner, cross the middle, taken out, corner kick. Pasadena, you don't blow the whistle here. You give them one more chance. Pasadena pulling their goalie. So they're bringing in another goalie who's a little taller, who can go up and get the ball down low. Line drive header, cross the middle, out. And that's the game. Your Bobcats pull it off. It's the Bobcats 1, Pasadena 0 here on SportsNetUSA.net as they come away with a victory because of a penalty kick with 35 seconds to go in the first half. Andrew Jung comes with that penalty kick, gets that one, and that brings us to where we are right now as the Bobcats win this one 1-0 over Pasadena on SportsNetUSA.net.